Yo, what's up, world? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in. And just a few days ago, the Panthers announced that they fired head coach Rivera. So in today's video, we are going to discuss what does that mean going forward for the Carolina Panthers. Not only just this season, but next season as well. Does this mean that Cam Newton is out the door along with Rivera, or does this mean that he's going to stay and remain Carolina Panthers quarterback? Does this mean the Panthers are going to rebuild, or are they just going to retool the team to remain competitive in the NFC? A lot of things to get into, a lot of things to discuss around this firing. So without further ado, let's dive into it.
I'm striving to get rich. That's why I almost went 2 years without buying shoes and fits. Things change now. My mom hearing me wear my music and she look a little prouder.
So in my opinion, the firing of Carolina Panthers head coach Ron Rivera, I think it was something that was inevitable, and I think it was something that was going to happen either during this season or after this season. To me, I think in Carolina, his time had kind of ran a bit of a course, and I think it was time for them to move on regardless of the rest of the season playing out. The way that they sit now, especially after the drubbing that they took to the hands of the 49ers, ever since that game, they've been on a downhill slide, and I think it kind of shook the confidence, and I just really think that his voice in the locker room ran its course, and I think it's time for somebody new to be in that locker room and kind of get a new life and a new expectation, so to speak, to the Carolina Panthers. It was just time for change that was kind of needed. Now, I'm not saying that Ron Rivera is a bad coach one bit. He won't be out of work for long. He is a great defensive mind, a good head coach in this league, so he won't be out of work long. It was kind of like the Marvin Lewis situation in Cincinnati last year. It was just time to move forward in a different direction for the Carolina Panthers. Now, speaking with this on Cam Newton, I think honestly, with the firing of Ron Rivera, I think this spells the end of Cam Newton in Carolina. And this is why I would say this. With the new owner, David Tepper, who had just recently purchased the Carolina Panthers back in 2018 from Jerry Richardson, Ron Rivera and Cam Newton, I think they were kind of expendable because, number one, they aren't his guys, so he doesn't have that emotional attachment to those two like the previous owner Jerry Richardson did, and they aren't his guys. They aren't the guys that he hired. They aren't the guys that he wanted necessarily for the job. So with that, and then you add on the couple of bad seasons, and then you had Cam Newton's health today, I think that is going to spell the end for Cam Newton, which has already spelled the end for Ron Rivera. So Cam Newton, I can expect to probably be traded or released at season's end. Now, for Carolina going forward as an organization and a football team, I just want to be 100% honest. I think they are going to go in the route of a rebuild. And this is why I say they're going to go in the route of a rebuild. A lot of the roster is kind of getting up there in age. You add Newton with his injury history. You add Greg Olsen. They already let go of Thomas Davis at the end of last season. Luke Kuechly, as great as he's been, he hasn't been able to stay 100% healthy either. You have holes on a lot of places on his team. Christian McCaffrey is the bright spot of this season so far with his play, and there's not a lot of talent offensively around whatever quarterback you have. And I would just be honest with you, Greg Olsen is the best pass catcher that you have on your offense. DJ Moore is a solid receiver, but I think the Carolina Panthers actually need to go into a rebuilding mode to kind of bolster up their roster. They're probably going to go the cheaper route, so they won't have to take the cap hits and things like that. So I think it's more likely that they go to the rebuild direction, and more think that they should go into a rebuild just to bolster up the roster, kind of stay young, but also stay a little bit competitive at the same time, because it's not a bad football team. I just think they need some improvement in different areas of the team so they can go the retool route, which I think that's what they're going to do. More than likely, they're going to go the retool route with the new owner and things like that. But at the end of the day, I personally think they should rebuild, especially that I think they're going to get rid of Newton at the end of the season. And you're probably going to have to draft one of the quarterback prospects in the draft this year. Or if they stay the retool route, probably sign a free agent quarterback. But they really need to rebuild, to kind of re-energize the organization, get everybody back in place, because with the new ownership, things changed tremendously, and we've already seen that with the firing of Rivera. So at the end of the day, the Panthers need to rebuild, but honestly, I think they're going to retool this team next season. Now, possible next head coaching candidates, that remains to be seen. One name I think they're probably gonna explore is old Packers head coach Mike McCarthy. I think they're gonna probably go more of an offensive route, seeing that Rivera was a defensive coach. Mike McCarthy is one of those names that can step into a Carolina organization and have some success, as he's proven that he's had success throughout his head coaching career. So I think Mike McCarthy is a name that is going to pop up on the list as potential replacements, but we still have time to go, and we do not know what other coaches are probably going to get let go or things of that nature. That's all I have for you guys today. Be sure to like the video, comment your thoughts down below, share the video, and also subscribe to the channel, as that helps the channel to grow. And also be sure to click the notification bell, as you will be notified of when your boy posts a new video. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Both handles will be APW Sports, and both will be linked in the description below. Other than that, I'm your boy APW Sports signing out, and make sure you guys have a great and excellent day, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.
I wanna say thank you to my mom and my daddy for making love the night that you had me. Wanna thank my friends, my sister, and my brother.